to challenge Jan Blachowicz for the title, which is just massive news. We can't not talk about that.
You're absolutely right, and I'm glad. Excuse me. I'm glad you brought that up because you're right. It is huge news. I saw Izzy Friday night. I drove into Vegas from a COVID test, and there he was getting his. So we had a little chat there, and he said he was just with Dana. Never told me that news, but then Dana broke it at the post-fight press conference. Huge fucking fight. Got to respect the balls on Jan Blachowicz for taking that fight, because right now Izzy looks incredible, right? That last fight against Costa was sensational. And as I've said a million times, for the person moving up in weight, there's no risk. If he loses that, he's still the champ at 185. No, he's still the champ at 185.
Yes, but there's risk for Izzy with part of his esteem being him being undefeated. Being undefeated, especially in today's day and age where people are moving up, moving down, left and right, fucking
correct.
East, west, different times. Okay.
But as a guy, and you are correct, Lewis, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got to say this. As a guy that used to be the champ, trust me, the real cream of the real cherry on top of the pie is the belt. Having that belt around your waist earns you a lot of money. It opens a lot of fucking doors. So you're right, the undefeatedness and all the rest of it, that's great. But you want to remain the champion of the world for as long as you can. A, because of prestige. B, because you worked your entire fucking life to achieve that. And C, because you earn a fortune. It will change your life and potentially your children's lives. You know what I mean? Or even your grandkids if you're Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? So there is a big risk there for Jan Blachowicz, because Izzy isn't risking that same thing. And Adesanya is already the favorite. And I got to say, that fight, if you look at it, it's speed versus power, right? Blachowicz certainly has more power, but Adesanya doesn't even only have the speed. He probably has the technique. He has the speed. He's the favorite. He's undefeated. You know, it's a tough fight for Jan Blachowicz. That's why I respect him so much for taking it.
Yeah, but look, in a weird way, I understand why he takes it as well, because Izzy is such a star. He's on the rise right now. I think, beating Dominic Reyes, while it's great, especially the way that he did it, considering the fact that a lot of people thought that Dominic Reyes beat John Jones. I think that having John Jones vacate that title left just a little bit of like, okay, it's not really the title yet. We got to have some time on it. It feels like an interim title. It doesn't feel like it's the real deal title. John Jones is truly the champion at 205. Having Izzy, who has all this heat coming in, I get why Jan goes, fuck it, I can get that heat, I can get that steam. If I beat him and I'm the first guy to beat Israel Adesanya, well, that whole big fucking plan about Israel versus John Jones, this is all a setup for this whole fight is a setup for Israel versus John Jones.
Oh, of course.
Well, I get to play spoiler to that, and now I get to fucking make my name as the dark horse of 205, the guy that wasn't even supposed to fucking be here.
Well, could you imagine if Izzy does beat Jan Blachowicz, then he becomes a double champ, which of course in itself is massive. But not only that, he has John's old belt, right? So that is the ultimate shit talking ground. You know what I mean? He can dangle that carrot in front of John all day long, say, motherfucker, I'm the champ now. I'm the captain. I'm the captain now. Okay. What are you going to do? I'm the fucking captain. John, you don't even have a belt. You haven't even got a fight, you fucking loser. Oh God, you haven't even got a belt. Do you know what I mean? It's like Vin Diesel said to me that time, when I was the champ, he's like, no, Conor's got 2 belts, Mike. You need 2 belts to be considered great now. And that's what Izzy would have, and John would have nothing. And I think they said the plan is if he beats Blachowicz, and it's a big if, then they would do Izzy as a double champ versus John Jones, possibly the GOAT, at Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas. That you want to see the stadium. It's fucking huge. Wow. That'd be incredible. Absolutely fucking incredible.
Yeah, I mean, we all want to see Israel Adesanya versus John Jones, and those guys seem to be on a path to colliding at one point in the future. But Jan Blachowicz could be the spoiler to that. Let's not get this shit twisted. No, we all thought that Dominic Reyes was going to beat Jan. Everyone thought that Dominic Reyes was going to come up because of the performance over John Jones. We all sort of counted out Jan Blachowicz, and then he came out and he stopped him, and we were like, holy shit, Jan's actually really, really tough, really, really powerful. Who knows? I would be I'm going to be rooting for Jan Blachowicz and not for not Brian. Brian just chimed in.
Brian's like, not me. I picked that one right. Okay, Nostradamus, shut the hell up. Nobody likes a braggart. Okay, Brian, just reel it in a bit. Okay, dial it back. A little humility, please.
I would not count Jan Blachowicz out on this fight, though. That's what I'm saying. I think he could come in and there's a path to beating everybody. So.
Absolutely. 70,000 capacity at the Raiders Stadium. That would be huge. Yeah, no, listen, Blachowicz has the power for sure, but speed, I'd rather have speed than power. It's not like Izzy doesn't have power. It's not like he didn't knock out Robert Whittaker. It's not like he didn't just stop Paulo Costa. You know what I'm saying? He has very, very good power. And at 205, he's definitely going to be the smaller guy. He's going to be undersized. I heard... I don't know how true this is. I said this before on the podcast, by the way, dipshits, that he's light for middleweight. And he is. How do I know that? Because I'm at nearly every fucking UFC event and I speak to all the coaches and people like that because they were like in the comments like, no way. But I heard he doesn't get much heavier than 185. So he's going to come into this fight smaller, maybe 200 pounds, but you're going to have Jan coming in at 230, something like that. So... But Jan's going to be slower, but he's going to have the power. Okay. It's a very, very good fight. It's an interesting fight. I'll tell you why I respect Jan taking it so much. Is also, he only just became the champ. Do you know what I mean? It was what, a few weeks ago? He became the champ, and now he's going to take on one of the greatest, potential pound for pound greats right now, an undefeated talent, a guy that's calling out John Jones. And Blachowicz, after just winning whatever it was a few weeks ago, is willing to put it all on the line and say, hey, no, I'll risk it. I'll fight Adesanya. Why is that? Because he's on a path to greatness, and he wants to be known as one of the best ever. And that's what you do. You roll the dice every time you step in there. You know, you could lose at any time, so you might as well lose if you do against someone like Izzy, if you're going to lose.
It's the best play for Jan. What else is there, right? With the way that John Jones vacated that title, there's not many options for Jan to really make big money fights. You got to understand the other side of it is this. Jan Blachowicz, he probably believes he can beat any man in the world. Heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight. This is a fucking middleweight. Jan Blachowicz believes he can kill this man with his bare fucking hands. Let's get real. Okay.
Yes, like this guy is too small for me. And he's from Poland, but he's not Russian. But still, I feel like the accent is kind of similar. So this guy is very small for me. I'm big Polish guy. I got big square jaw, and this guy is skinny.
To the rope that man killed himself with.
Yes, no problem. I go see the rope, and I see this guy, and I see Izzy. I'm like, no, you're very small.